He fires me. What? Well, I think you got Tim the tool man too.
Haha, working this time. Good lord, that was a pain in the backside. Right. So today, I'm finishing off building Legions Imperialis. Well, some of it. I'm not going to do it all today. I could do it for around an hour. Yesterday I put together all the marine, the space marine stuff. And today I'm going to stick together the solar auxiliary infantry. I'm not going to base the little dudes. I'm going to leave them on their sprues so they're easier to paint, because otherwise sticking like that is going to be an absolute nightmare. I am going to stick together, however, the Ogrins and the Sentinels, and probably not them or them. Probably the Malkador squadron, and if I've got enough time, maybe the Lehman Russes as well. I don't know how much I'm going to get done in the hour, basically because they are really fiddly, but they are fantastic. So, right, let's have a look at what sprues we've got. This is, by the look of things, one of the Lehman Russ sprues. That's the Malkador, so we'll put those aside. This and this and this appear to be the Warhound Titans, so they will get done on a different day. And these little sprues are little dudes. You see they're absolutely tiny, like really, really, really small. And here's the Ogrins and the Sentinels. So, I think I should stick the Sentinels on their bases, aren't I? That's going to be a nuisance, but never mind. Never mind. Right. Okay, so let's get this together. What's that? I don't need that. I need these. They're two little plastic bits. Oh, put those in the bin afterwards. Right. So 32, 33, 34, and 31. There's 31. I really need to buy some new clippers. Hello, Rosie. I finally actually got it started. It took a while to get the damn thing started because it was being a pain in the backside. Oh, I've got 4 of these to build. Okay, so that's so I'll be good enough. Right, so we'll make a little construction line. 32, 32. Haven't played the game yet. Obviously, I don't include it all together, but I've seen. I watched on Warhammer TV them play a game, and it does look quite fun. It's 33. Well, this is a big pain in the backside to get to. Snippy, snippy. Is that 33 as well? That's 33. It's like some sort of big club.
That is quite a pickle. Yeah, right, Wilson. It's a real predicament. I was referring to the big deal between the coffee grounds and the eggshell.
And then some form of Gatling weapon.
Could we?
This is actually my first foray into the Horus Heresy. I don't normally play. Oh, I haven't actually played the game yet. Although I have played. I tell a lie. I have played Adeptus Titanicus, which is pretty cool, and I did enjoy that. And I'm really glad they finally got back to bringing this epic again, because I never got to play it, and I always wanted to. Wonderfully excited by it all.
There are no easy answers. I could come back.
Right, so there is.
Right, Wilson, this is really a pickle. I don't mean that dill.
What are we putting together today? It says in the title. we're putting together the Legion Imperialis stuff. We're putting together at the moment. I'm currently cutting out tiny little Ogrins.
So, what are you going to do about the reciprocating stuff? I'm gonna do my job, Al.
So they're really tiddly.
You're not gonna promote it on the show, are you? What about your principles? I don't want to end up in a Pyrex victory, all right?
Right.
What?
We'll show apart.
Does everybody know what time it
I think I've got two bases here, so that'll be wool. No, hang on, I'll put the two bases at the end because I don't want to put the same ones together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip out the sentinels as well. Sentinels appear to have the same body structure. That's good.
Today we finish up what's new this week.
The only problem with these tiny little models is the cleaning of them. They're quite very easy to sort of accidentally clip off a bit of like a tiny bit of detail. So you've got to be extra careful with these guys.
Every tool Bedford makes goes through a rigorous quality control system to make sure it's top of line. And the Bedford 6100.
Right, so 45.
Now, if you want to walk away, I'll understand.
Right, I've got two different types of legs here. Which one's going to do?
Walk away from the tool in need.
So 1 for 2. I have 142.
And I bet you're wondering who's
And
responsible
144.
for well, it's the new president of Bedford Tool. Wes Stevens is right over there. A man who doesn't mind a bad tool.
And now you know what? They've actually they don't have. You don't have. Wait, you should do. Do you? Oh, you can mix and match. There you go. So you can actually have extra legs. I can't see the title at the moment. Oh, that's right. Don't worry about it. Oh, my thumb is still slightly yellow from the painting this morning. I've done the washing up and everything and tried to clean it all off, but to no avail. Oh boy, these are tiny.
The motor was a little underpowered. And the casing? And the casing would have been a little stronger had we used metal. What are you going to do with it? Well, in the interest of the consumer, I've decided to hold off production.
Right, so that's all that sprue snipped and snopped. Now I've got to do the other one because we get two of these sprues, two of the little infantry sprues. So there's tons of little dudes running around on the battlefield.
Here at Tool Time, we have a tool or product that doesn't measure up to our quality standards. You give it up.
So this is why it takes. This is why it took me. It took me like nearly 2 hours yesterday to put together the Marines, because there's so many tiny bits. The detailing on these guys is absolutely incredible, considering the size of them.
I don't think so, Tim.
I've started painting
But perhaps Wes would like to.
the Marines, and it took me 2 hours just to paint yellow.
Watch your hand.
Because there's so much of it. I don't know if I'm sticking on the right side. But I'm nearly cut a little dude. Then don't want to. Ah! Don't drop. Don't drop. Don't drop. We need like a net or something. No, that side goes that side, so I've missed it. There it is.
I am so proud of you. It took a lot of integrity for you to stand up to Davidson like that.
I'd like to say it was no big deal.
No, that's a big deal. However, if you had lost your job, it wouldn't have been the worst thing.
I should move the camera a little bit so you can actually see anything. Excuse the dressing gown. It's absolutely freezing in my flat. So
Until Jake the pool boy dropped by.
I've got the dressing gown going on. Because otherwise I'd be shivering and I'd probably nip my finger. That, and you'd probably see me my nipples would be on show worse than Rachel's from Friends. Get there we go. See, this is what I mean by it's really difficult. They put like the sprue just there, right next to the like the weapon, so it's difficult to actually get your clippers in there and get it out. Right, 39. So 39 is that side. Forty's in the middle. And then 41 is on to the side. I can't see the little arm. Yeah, I know they're really tiny. They're really, really small. I actually love them. It's kind of my first experience with this sort of stuff. I did paint some Drop Zone Commander stuff, which is roughly the same scale. But the game's fun. There's no substitute for the original Epic. I clipped both. Nope, they are separate legs. Good, good, good. So I feel absolutely massive. Ooh, I misses. Trying to sort these things out. Right, second sprue, diddly done. And now, the really tedious part of cleaning them. So I need to hunch over and make sure that I do not drop any of these bits, because otherwise we're going to be playing hunt the little grey piece on the grey carpet. And that'll take days.
It takes a certain kind of man to navigate the high steel. There's no two better guys to tell us some safety tips about walking the girders than the boys from K&B Construction.
See, look, right there, that's where I need to clean, so it's really difficult to, can't see, zoom, there you go, no, get in focus. Well, basically, there's this tiny little gap here, you can't see because it don't want to, it's like a sweet spot of focus and it don't like it. Aha. Focus. Oh, focus, 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 focus. There's like a really tiny little bit just there. It's not focused properly because, of course, it wouldn't. But you have to take my word for it. But anyway, it's really difficult to clean because I don't want to. I don't want to damage any of the nice detail I've managed to squeeze in at these tiny little guys. It's just so difficult to get like a little grip on it too. I feel sorry for anyone who's actually snipped off all the little the infantry models and tried to paint them separately, because by Jove, that would take forever. I don't know why I said by Jove. Apparently I'm becoming an old-timey Englishman. Once I've sorted these guys out, and once I've finished getting everything together, I'm going to spray them up and try and get them painted as quickly as possible. If you subscribe to the channel, this week for my hobby streak is nothing but Legions Imperialis. I say a lie. Mostly nothing but Legions Imperialis. I did finish off the 2 commissions that I painted. I've actually got to send the person who I painted them for the pictures of them. When you're doing this, make sure you don't have like a super sharp knife, or you're gonna cut your fingers really badly. This knife I've got is like relatively blunt. To get anything cut, I'd really have to dig in. So it's perfect for scraping and cleaning bits, but these are really quite tricky. Thankfully, there's only a couple of points that you need to clean. That bit right there, it's a nightmare there. Yeah, I thought I'd go with Imperial Fists for the Space Marines, hence the 2 hours of painting yellow today. But I don't know what I'm going to go with for the what's it called? Solar Auxiliary. What's that on your nail? I've already said that's the yellow paint that hasn't come off despite washing my hands multiple times. They even did the washing up after I did lunch, and it still didn't come off. Oh, I got a little bit of cramp right there. These things are so small. Even the bases are like thinner than normal. Oh god. There we go. Even the bases are thinner than the normal GW bases. Looks like earwax. I don't think I can get my thumb in my ear. Yeah, even the bases are like thin and everything's like super small. I do regret not getting the scenery for it though. They not the big city pack, but just like the ruins. Because it dawned on me that the only scenery I've got, alright, whatever that was, I didn't need. The only scenery I've got for it is from Adeptus Titanicus, and that is currently packed away. Because me and my partner are planning on moving. What's the lighter for? The lighter is if I need to clean out, clear the tube for this. Oh no! There you go. It basically burns off any excess glue and then gets lets the new glue flow through quickly. You just give it a quick burst. You don't do it for very long. And this. Oh, I think I clipped away a bit of the detail. Well, I snipped them off. No. Never mind. They're really small. No one's going to notice. I'll notice that. That's going to eat me alive for ages. I'm getting cramp with my finger really bad there. That happens when I scrape models. I've noticed the older I get, it's I think it's a repetitive strain injury most likely because I do my model thing. How you said oh no? I have no idea how I said oh no. Did I say it in a funny way?
It originally sold for a penny. Now it's worth $450,000. So we figured if we put our money together, and we buy a car for $150.
Yeah, fantastic little models.
It would be worth $6 billion.
You can easily make out what weapons, like the infantry, even though they're like a few millimeters tall. You can make out what weaponry they've got. If they're a sergeant or not, it's I mean, obviously they've got the banners for the sergeants and things like that, but it's really phenomenal just how easily you can identify everything.
But Mom, if we each pitch in our $50, we could get a better car.
Maybe, but I'm remembering those bloody noses that resulted that time you tried to share that 50-cent Nutty Buddy bar.
Right, so these are going to be quite tricky to.
Yeah, the famous bloody Nutty Buddy.
That little bit there is going to be tricky. Part of me kind of wants to use tweezers, but I think if I use tweezers, I'm going to
smell a sports dust in the air.
I'm going to drop them even easier.
Dad, this is our childhood. Look at all these cars.
Oh, so many tiny little bits just for
That's why I'm here.
Dad, you don't know
just
what
for a
these
couple of models.
baseball cards? Yeah, Mom should have come.
Look, homeless.
See, this is why it took me 2 hours yesterday just to put some Marines together.
Why are you here?
Excuse me. My son's interested.
But I did get them all together. I did get all the vehicles and the dreadnoughts together, though. The rest of the Marines are on their sprues. It's going to take me a couple more days to finish painting them, though. Mostly because how much detailing is on there.
Don't worry, I'll give you a good price. Go browse. All right, thanks.
Hey, Dad, check this out. Manny Pacquiao. Who's Manny Pacquiao?
So I kind of need to do a little bit of research on what the tanks and the dreadnoughts look like, the sort of Imperial Fist stuff looks like for Horus Heresy, because I don't really know. So I'll have to make sure I use the reference sheets and everything like that. Look at that cute face. Oh no, did I expose my hideous likeness on camera? That's not good. Scare people off.
Dad, why don't we buy something like this?
Hey, Mr. Cotton, or Mr. Man, Mr. Cotton Man.
Yeah, I'm currently watching Home Improvement, which
Well, it's been a very good one for me. It's already doubled in value. No kidding.
I got playing on in the background.
Oh, cool.
I used to love that show when it first aired, and I think Disney Plus. I thought I'd check it out again. It's still quite enjoyable, which is good. There are some comedies out there that have not aged well whatsoever. Oof.
I was at this race. It was a great.
But thankfully, this is still kind of enjoyable.
We get rid of those pictures, put up on the mantle.
Dad, what's the pictures of us?
Oh, well, we'll squeeze it in.
Oh, nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly cleaned it all. And then finally get to the good part. I'm gluing.
This is way better than a baseball card. Because if we bought one of those, all we'd be doing right now is staring at it. That's what we are doing, dork. Shut up.
Alright. Last little do. Do.
We're not supposed to touch it if we want it to be an investment. It has to stay in mint condition.
Ow. He's a bit prickly.
I wonder how fast it goes.
It's going to be quite interesting to paint these guys, because my small paintbrush is now starting to go on the turn. The end of it's starting to curl. I bought some cheap paintbrushes from Amazon just to try it out. It was like a group for like 12 quid. Because I had enough of buying like Army Painter paintbrushes or Games Workshop paintbrushes and then being absolute, well, not absolute garbage, but them having issues after a while. Or annoyingly, whenever I'd buy Army Painter ones, I'd always get a brush with the hair like poking out from the actual side, so it just didn't. It was always it never actually painted properly, and I hated that. So then I went back to GW stuff. I tried their synthetic brushes. Aha, done. But they weren't as good. Right. Oh, that's glued on there. Well, I don't need to set it on fire, so that's good. The problem is there's not much left. I'm going to have to grab the other one there. All right, secondary glue. Okay. So I think we'll start by sticking the odd rings together. Oh, you. Come on. No, I think I spoke too soon. Come on. You want to come out. You want to come. Oh, no. I'm going to have you. I am going to fit. I am going to sit on fire like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, don't tell me this is out.
No, they pitched in back together to share.
Really? Really?
I couldn't pass this up.
This toy?
There you go.
This toy is an autographed one of a kind.
Right, there we go. Try again.
It doubles.
I'm not sure there's any in there, to be honest.
Spearmints or peppermints?
You know what? This is pretty much empty, so that can be binned. We'll break out the new one. And hopefully this is ready to go. Oh god, that's beyond ready to go. Oh, that was way too much came out of there. Oh boy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop some of that off using another body piece, just so I can stop all that glue dripping off, because that was way too much that spilled out there. So that's the problem as well. You have to be very careful with this size. You don't want to put too much on there, because you don't want the glue to the plastic glue to melt away any of the detailing. It would be nice if I could. There we go. Because plastic glue for plastic is obviously the best stuff to use. I used to know people that always use super glue for plastics, but that's not a good idea. You want the plastic glue, because plastic glue literally melts it together and joins it. Sort of, it basically it does like a little weld, as it were. I'm killing you, am I? Oh, good. Mock me, woman. Oh, I can't get that on there. Get on there. There we go. Right. So yeah, I've got to be super careful. Super careful not to overdo it like I did on that first bit.
We're finally up here in the high steel where men belong. I call this Iron Country Safari.
These tiny little guys. I am still amazed on just how much detail I've managed to squeeze onto these things. I can't show you properly because the webcam's a bit cack, so it won't focus in because they're so small. But if you tune into my YouTube channel at the end on Sunday, yes, Sunday, there'll be a full video on there, and you'll be able to see everything a lot better. Because the phone camera's not as bad. Right. Make sure this is the right way up. Before always dry fit with when you're unsure. We'll sit here and think, how the hell does this go on for half an hour? Like I am. How the hell does this go on? And does it go that way? We go that way. Right, excellent. Okay.
Be careful. I don't know.
So like gently do it. Don't squeeze on your tube or your glue. Just let it flow naturally, like you're using the force. Let's glue that there. We're going to glue both sides right now, actually, instead of waiting like I normally do. Should have dry fitted, but it didn't. There we go. Didn't need to. Thankfully. Right, where are we? God, this is just like an amorph. Eventually, it's going to look like something, but at the moment, it's just kind of like an amorphous blob of plastic. If it weren't for the fact that it had, like GW always do quite good at sort of having it so you know where to glue things in and get a nice clean fit. Actually, a lot of companies do that now. A lot of companies do that these days. Atomic Mass are really good at that as well. They're the guys who make Star Wars, Marvel Crisis Protocol. Don't know why I'm singing it almost. See, the glue is starting to. See, I squeezed a little bit too hard there, so a little bit too much came out.
busy when they caught fire and exploded.
The reason why I do it like this is to give it plenty of time, plenty of stuff at the top to sort of dry and get a better hole. Where the heck is the... There it is. Give it plenty of time to actually form a cement seal and to dry, because this stuff dries fairly quickly. Yeah, sort of a couple of minutes.
You didn't have toys. My mother wouldn't let me talk to my neighbors. Tim?
Right, there we go. Right, next up is we'll stick on the left arm. That's the right arm I'm doing. We'll stick on the right arm instead.
I know I didn't. I got a child inside of me.
Right,
What month are you in?
nearly dropped him.
I'm just like a big kid. Just
Oh, I really got to be more careful because I'm getting a little bit too excited sticking them together. I feel like I could drop one.
Well, I should have listened to you.
And I really don't want to drop anything.
This is your fault. Well, it's not your fault. Well, somebody's fault. The boys.
And I think what I'm going to do is to paint these guys up, I'm going to glue one to the base, and then the other I will have unglued so I can make sure I can get around all the nooks and crannies.
Hey guys, you know that man from the baseball store's on the phone.
And then I'll have to...
He is? Yeah, he said that he has a guy who collects Indy cars who wants to buy yours.
And then I'll be able to basically like paint it a little bit easier.
Hey, there's a $60 profit a day. Let's go for it.
We're not interested.
What?
They're not interested. 300? He'll give you $300.
300 shamoli snapperookies. $300. I'll get the car.
These are absolutely amazing.
It's okay. You know, we pass. Yeah, we're not selling. Yeah.
I'm sorry, they passed. What?
Oh, my foot is getting cramped. I'm sitting in such a weird way.
$150?
My foot is like getting cramped. Oh, took my shoe off. I like cut the circulation off my feet there. Right, now how does this go? Okay, so this leg goes there. Like that. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll add glue to the leg part because that's where I know where the joints are instead of putting it on the thing. Make sure you get it the right way around. There we go. And there's one leg. And then keep going. So they've got perfect little tiny little holes and things like that you can link everything up to. These legs are the wrong way around. Make sure I get them right.
Yeah, I was just shopping in the mall.
I think I've got some form of OCD when it comes to sticking models together because I always have to do it. If they're the same type of model, I always have to do it in the same way.
Well, I was thinking about buying those three little monsters, one of these baseball cards for Christmas. What do you think about these two ideas?
Yeah, there we go.
They've doubled in value since I got them.
Well, I think $40
Right.
is a little steep. I'm going to my book here, so you mind if I look around some more?
That's one little Ogren done. Hey.
Yeah, I can find
So we're nearly going to get the Ogrens done. How long have it taken so far? 33 minutes. $300. What are you watching? $300. I'm watching Home Improvement. No idea what's going on. I think they bought a car, like an expensive toy car that was that the kids broke. It was like signed or something.
If I buy the cards, how much will this cost me?
$50. And I'll throw in a jar of marmalade.
I'll give you 10.
Deal, but no marmalade.
Right, let's get these. Go on, get on there. Right, so I think I've got a stick, like alternate. So I've got one, because there's two designs here for the guys. So one Ogren has got like this, got the Gatling gun on one side, and the other one's got it on the opposite side. So I think I need to do it to make sure they look a little bit better on the base. So I'll alternate. So let's go give these a switch. Doop, doop, and then doop, doop. And that way I won't forget what I'm doing. Although these tiny little bases are a pain in the backside to pick up. I tried taking one out of the box earlier and it took me like 5 minutes. I had to turn the box up. I had to take everything out of the box and turn the box upside down. God, they're tiny. Nope, no, 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 no. Oh, I see. The tip of the glue is starting to drip. It's flowing a bit too well. So I've got to be very... See, I don't know if you can see the bead of glue that's like forming. I'm not even squeezing it anymore. This is why you've got to be extra careful, because eventually it's going to get to a point where there's too much on there. If it does, just give it a quick wipe though. You know, we'll be extra careful with it. Right, there we go. Right, okay, so what I'll do is I will stick one auger in. Give me this base, because otherwise I can't pick it up. Alright, and glue him like that. And then his mate can be glued at a later date. So that's those two. Yeah. See what I mean? Like, you can't pick it up like that. It's like they're worse than 5p pieces. And then, and there's his little friend. Thankfully, these bases are still in their bags. I'm going to stick them there so they're easier to take off. Alright, let's... You know what? I'm sticking them so far forward. To stop sticking them so far forward, stick them in the middle. There's his little birdie. Yeah, as I said earlier, I really do wish I bought the terrain, but it's out of stock everywhere. So I've got to wait for it to come back in stock, which is so frustrating. I do have some Drop Zone Commander stuff though that I completely forgot I had. I bought like a cityscape, which is pretty cool. So I'll have to use that for the meantime. But it's all made of cardboard, and as great as cardboard is for wargaming stuff, eventually it does start to like deteriorate a little bit, because obviously you're collapsing it and rebuilding it and collapsing it and rebuilding it. So I'd much rather have the plastic stuff than store the plastic stuff somewhere else. I was saying to my partner Rosie, right, I say, I've got an update for Disney Dreamlight Valley. Oh no. Oh no, what are you going to do for the next half an hour then? It's going to drive you insane. You won't be able to plant your pumpkins. Sounds rude. Right.
She's an orthodontist, and the way your teeth are coming in, you better be nice to her.
So also with plastic glue as well, it gives you the opportunity to just like stick stuff on at a slightly awkward angle, and then move it into position. You know, I said move it like a cow. You can move it into position better, and you can like adjust things. So it's ideal for conversions. It's a lot better for conversions than super glue. Super glue is like, you put it on there, you're done. Although the last super glue that I had is actually telling. I hope something good is coming. Oh, ding dong. Do you know? But yeah, I just threw myself off there making a rude joke. yeah, like super glue is the super glue that I've got. I think it's like gone off or it's too old or something because it just does not work properly. I was trying to stick together. Okay, there's one sentinel. I was trying to stick together the commissions yesterday because I painted all the pieces separate. Well, not all the pieces separately. I painted most of the pieces separately because it's just easier, and it's like the guy I'm painting for, you know, sort of wants me to do my absolute best at painting. So I paint all like that, and then glue it together. Sort of had to glue it together, but it took forever for the glue to dry. So yeah. So there we go. There's 4 little sentinels. Yeah, pretty cool. You can't actually see them. That's amazing. There's the sentinels. You can't actually see anything. There we go. Does everybody just notice that? Oh, post. So there's 4 little sentinels. Doodly doo, doodly doo. That's them done. And then there's eventually he'll get glued onto there, but he won't get glued on just yet. As I said, keep him free to paint that way thingy. This is like terribly unfocused. Okay, right. So we're only 41 minutes. Get me a dad. We're just 41 minutes in. Why is that stay up? No, really don't want to stay up, does it? Because the Y is in the way. What's going on here? Okay, that's what is going on. Right. Oh, now the camera thing has gone all loose. There we go. That's a little bit better, and you can actually see the table now. Maybe if I'd paid attention to what I was doing to begin with, that would have been better. So we're going to skip the Space Marine stuff. That's already stuck together. I'm going to put together the Malcador squadron. Let's wipe this off so it doesn't dry, and then stick the nib back on. So I'll stick together the Malcador squadron, which are these ones. By the look at things, I've got just 2 to do. So just 2. So just 2 with the Malcador squadron. Guess so. I guess so. I said I hope you muppet. A bit rude. Call me a muppet. Doesn't look like Miss Piggy. Although sometimes they sound like Fozzie Bear. Wagga wagga. Right, so let's off the base. So I've got a decision to make here. I need to choose what weapons I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go with some las cannons, and then I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the demolish cannon, some las cannons, and then some heavy bolters. That way I've got a bit of everything. Was it lol? You having fun with that camera? Not really. No, that camera's a pain in the ass. Right. So okay. Is this bit number 2? That's going to be a bit of a pain to do. I did not snip that off properly. I really need some new clippers. These are old and rusty, and like they kind of served me well, but at the same time they are definitely on the way out. Oh, that's useful. They haven't actually put the number there. So now I've got to play guess what that die is. I'm guessing it's this bit. And it looks like that bit. Let's have a look. Is that there? Yeah, that looks that. By random chance found this stream. Myself, I am assembling 3mm miniatures. So tiny. I bet they do. I bet they do. I don't think I could handle putting together 3mm miniatures. That would drive me up the wall. It's enjoyable doing these guys, but yeah, 3mm. That's just way too small for me. I'm not really used to doing this sort of size. I'm much normally 28mm or 32mm. And I'm not a big fan of stick models together as it is. But yeah, these guys are these guys have been entertaining, to say the least. Right, 6 and a 5. I think the fun part's going to be painting them. I am really looking forward to painting them. Mostly because the Games Workshop have done a really good job at the detailing on these guys. It's incredible. You wouldn't think you can get that much detail on such tiny miniatures. Right, there we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. So many bits. So many bits. They're so small. There's so many bits. Okay, right. Like this is just the bulk of the body. This is like the tracks and everything like that. I've still got the tracks to stick together. You've got exhaust ports here. Coming up. Okay. So each one have got 2 tiny little exhaust ports. Oh. I see. I'm absolutely terrified of dropping these. All right. Those 2, and then there's those 2. Oh, we got after that. We got a little barrel. Stick on the back. I'm guessing that's the back. A little barrel there. What's the other one? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I have to use tweezers to place miniatures on their bases. It's horrible when you drop them off. Oh god. I bet it is. I bet it is. Having to search for them. I've got the worst part is my carpet, as you can see, is slightly grey. So if anything gets dropped on the floor, I think it's pretty much gone for the next hour and a half as I desperately scrabble and search for it. Okay, right. 12. Oh, that didn't clip off properly. I really do need some new clippers. These are blunt. Okay, so 12. This one appears to be 13. Right, there we go. It's amazing how I am just the fact you have options as well. I remember seeing Epic when it first came out, and the stuff on that was just like they were pretty much just one mold, or maybe that you could glue the turret on, and that was it. Right, I'm gonna have demolisher cannon, so that's one demolisher cannon. And there's the other one. And then last cannons, I said, didn't I? So which ones are the last cannons? Where are we? 21. There's one. Oh, see, nearly dropped that then. Would have been going with a different piece. See, but whether 8mm or 3mm, they are lovely to paint because it's so quick. Just a few bright colours to make them stand out, and a whole squad is finished. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Getting army done. Hopefully, I'm going to have sort of the vast majority of this stuff done by the end of the week. I spent 2 hours today painting yellow on my Imperial fists because I painted it and then dry brushed it. And they look the dry brushing is looking great. I just need to do all the detailing, so that's going to be mostly tomorrow. 23. Add that on there. So what game is the 3mm stuff for? because I'm going to assume it's probably something historical. Because I know a lot of historical stuff would have, we have really small miniatures. Oh god, these are really tiny bits. 27. I don't think some of these bits I'm not going to be able to clean properly. 27, 27. My nose is starting to itch. I don't think I'm going to have the little dude poking out of his hatch. Right, let's go for heavy bolters. 26. I have trouble when I drop a Lego piece on the floor trying to find them. Isn't that the truth? Right.
I can't believe Al. All he's done since we've got here is watch football.
I mean, look at this. This is the amount of pieces for these tiny little bits. It's just amazing. I mean, look at this. This is just 2 tanks. It's like I'm sticking together something massive. Right, let's get these bits cleaned up a bit. I need to get a new knife as well. I need to get a sharpened knife.
Everything looks delicious.
It's actually for Legion Imperialis, but using a third-party alternative miniatures instead of save space and money. On such a small scale, they can't really tell they're actually GW miniatures. Yeah, I bet they can't. Well, that's pretty cool. I do like the amount of third-party stuff that's out there for like available for 3D print and things like that. I'm a big fan of the Guyver manga, and there's a company that's actually doing miniatures for that, sort of knockoff third-party miniatures, and they're really nice miniatures. I picked up a couple. I do intend to get some more. I think they're called Papers. I can't remember what they're called now. I don't need that bit. Yeah, I recently bought some orc flesh busters from a company called Puppets of War, and they're really nice. They're sort of really nice, really nicely made. And I can't wait to paint them, but I need to buy some bases for them because I completely forgot that I need to buy bases. So they arrived, but I got nothing to stick them on. So.
Al, you want to go first? All right. Well,
yeah, 3mm though. Oh. Mine are Vanguard miniatures. Oh, I'll have to give them a look a look up after the stream.
Well, I'm thankful that I have such a wonderful place to come to on Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful to Jill.
Oh. Do they come on sprues, or are they all like already printed and ready to go, or as ready to go as they can be, if you know what I mean? Just a couple of gluing together.
I'm thankful that Eileen's finished with her tribute to Al.
Right. See, this is the bits I don't like, when you got to clip on a little tube. Or get rid of that bit. Mostly because these are the things that I will drop the most.
I am thankful for many things. Family, friends.
Oh, see, I nearly dropped it then.
276 power tools at home. And I get carried away sometimes, like my fellow visionary Marco Polo, who we all know.
So I do want to.
Marco Polo, I have something he does not have.
I need a new place to actually do this. But me and my partner are moving soon, so I will have a more dedicated table. Because at the moment I'm hunched over like a thing that hunches over a lot. I'm Quasimodo. I'm trying to do this, and actually it's a little bit harder.
Man has blown out every window in the house.
Nearly cleaned them all up.
Falling off the roof, through the roof, hung upside down from the roof.
I hope my glue hasn't dried in the tube. Or in the
And in spite of all
there.
these things, or
Oh my goodness, come here.
even because
There we
of
go.
them, I love him more today than I did the day I married him.
They have a limited catalogue of minis, but for Space Marines they work just fine.
Somebody hold me.
Oh, Land Raiders and Predator. Oh, Land Raiders might be come in handy. Ow, stamps on the finger. I used to love the original Epic Land Raiders. They were like really lovely little models. And I really always wanted that game. I never got around to buying it. I think it's because I was young, so the assumption that it was always going to be there. They're never going to sell, you know, they're never going to disappear, these games. Boy, was I wrong. I do wish they'd bring back Battlefleet Gothic. And they're all individually based, so you have to individually glue them in squads. That's where the trees is going. All tied into a single piece. Oh, nice! So they're nice and easy to stick together as well. That's good. Because I really am not a fan of of doing this. I'm much more of a painter and a player than I am a builder. Don't mind it. I mean, it's part of obviously part of the hobby. But the less I have to do, the better. So they sound fantastic. So I'll definitely be giving them a whirl.
Let's take one more just to make sure.
I'm going to assume they're resin of some kind rather than a little like a 3D print resin or something like that.
I think so, Tim. Just like a bowl game on the board, huh? Yeah, I'm still a little hungry. Let's order in.
Right, nearly done. Nearly done the worst part of this.
I think you're forgetting where you are. You're right. Let's go a little crazy. How about pizza with sausage and chili?
Sorry, I got quiet. It's just I'm trying to concentrate to get this done as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, this is
Metal. Oh God, tiny metal. Oh lordy. Oh, it's even better because I do miss the days of where metal miniatures were quite common. Although the transition when it went from mostly metal to like mostly plastic was weird, because you'd see a big model and you automatically assume that it was metal, but when you go to lift it and it's suddenly plastic, it's suddenly a surprise. I'm not keen on metal ones, lol. Where do I put the mag? There it is. I need to look at this. Make sure I film right. I used to have a big metal wyvern, however you pronounce it, from Orc for the old fantasy. God, I loved that. That was amazing. He was such a great model. Oh, I'd love to know what happened to him, actually. I sold him on to a friend, and I think the friend eventually got rid of him. He definitely got repainted, because back then I was terrible. I was really bad. Okay, these are... Right, there we go. There's that bit there. Okay. So annoyingly, I can't. Kind of got to wait a couple of seconds. Perhaps in the future we'll get wooden cotton. Oh, thank you very much, Ms. Gnosis. You've been it's been brilliant. Thanks for popping by. I wish you luck with your 3mm miniatures. I definitely don't think I could I couldn't stick them together like these ones because they're an absolute nightmare. But thanks for popping by. Thank you. It's nice talking to you. Right, where are the right? I've got to do this bit here. That goes into. Oh, don't drop it. Glad I had the book open then. Okay, so it goes like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Look, I tell you what, can I call you back tomorrow? Let you know. Okay. Bye-bye.
There's one bit.
Hi. You will never guess what I just found out. My high school reunion is next Saturday in Washington.
And there is.
50 years already?
What are we going for?
20.
Okay. I definitely don't see myself picking up any more of these in the future unless they're pre-built. Unless they're, of course, incredible and amazing in the game, in which case I'll have to endure and suffer. Okay. So there's...
I think she enjoyed it.
Right, give that a couple of seconds to dry while I work on the other one. This is why I normally batch glue. Because there's a lot more drying time than there is right now.
I hope that she comes. I hope she comes and brings whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, you got to dump you for
These have come along quite nicely. They are still really lovely models, but I'm definitely going to give that Vanguard a look.
I think I forgot his name was Jack. Ruined my whole senior year. Everybody in the school knew my best friend was seeing my boyfriend except me.
So you want to fly to DC to be mocked and humiliated?
Oh, my phone's my alarm's going off. Don't know what that's to remind me of. That's always good, isn't it? When you have an alarm to remind you of something, you can't remember what it was for. Right. Good Lord. Oh, I see. Okay. All in all, I would recommend Imperialis or Legions Imperialis if you're into sort of massive massive armies and things like that. I know a lot of people are veering away from that these days, aren't they? They're more emphasis on skirmish games, which is a little bit sad, really. Oh, that was way too much glue on there. Which is a little bit sad, really. I know I keep reading like loads of people whinging for my bedtime. Oh, I wish. It's so cold in this flat. I just want to get back in bed. Because I've noticed a lot of people weird, like really super aggressive against playing large games for some reason now.
My essentials, the makeup, the night cream, the day cream, the concealer, the cotton balls.
I think that's the problem with everyone. Loads of people sort of, like I said, weirdly. Oh God. Oh, I do wish I had tweezers. Oh my goodness, this is not.
I got everything I need, including
oh, pain in the bum.
A suit.
Go on and get in there. There we. Oh, keep sticking to my finger.
Yeah, and they got a necktie in there somewhere.
Right, there we go.
Oh no, it's wrinkle free. Hang it up. Wrinkles are gone.
See, they're so the bits are so small. And they're so tiny.
I hope I'm not late. Hey Tim, how are you? What's in the bag? You only stayed here 2 days. And 2 nights. I bought cupcakes for dessert, if that's okay.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for giving up your weekend to stay with our kids.
No, it's my pleasure. Where's the plate there?
How about you have them?
You didn't jam in that little wrinkle-free suit today.
Oh, there we go. You know what? I'm gonna do it the other way around. Bedtime for you. Oh wait, I read that a minute ago. Oh my god, I'm going insane. It's gluing the tiny little pieces. 1, 2, 3.
Randy still has a little bronchitis. Do not let him go outside. And make sure that he gets all this medicine. And again, 1 teaspoon of this cough syrup twice a day. 1 teaspoon of the antibiotic 3 times a day. This has to live in the refrigerator. Now, if this cough turns into a wheeze, it's kind of like a little whistly sound.
Oh, I thought I'd lost a bit then.
The cough syrup and give him 2 cups of this inhaler 4 times a day. Unless it's like a big whistle, and then you should call the doctor and then me. Now, give me the doctor's number, pharmacy number, hotel number.
Right, there we go. So I'm not saying anything, but I really do need to concentrate with these tiny little bits.
Don't let anybody touch my glass.
I'm currently trying to stick tiny little sticky out bits in tiny little holes. That's what she said. Hey. So naturally it's a little bit tricksy. Started like this, I wish I had a magnifying glass. See, that barrel was nice and easy to do.
I'm afraid your room's not quite ready. But if you like, we can hold your bags and you can check in with the reunion committee.
This is that one.
I just need your credit card.
Right. Do. Finally getting to stick that thing in. Oh, my foot. Oh, this what I'm sitting on is a sofa bed, and it's the worst sofa bed in the world. You just sink down in it, and it's uncomfortable. It's not good.
I have absolutely no idea who you are.
Like whatsoever. And it was my idea to buy it. So I've got no one to blame but myself. But it is not coming with us when we move, that's for certain. So if you're interested in a horrible sofa bed that really is quite uncomfortable, sinks down when anyone sits on it, and eventually you'll get a numb backside, let me know.
All right, bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we'll see you later.
Who? What are you doing?
Right, there is one.
I didn't care.
So this is the part I like about building. The closer you get to the end, the more satisfying it becomes.
That's what you just asked me to do.
What I want you to do is be supportive.
All right.
How do you want me to do that? Just shut up.
It's really reminded me of sort of old World War I tanks.
I'm fine. I'm really glad you came.
I don't know if you know what they look like, but they're like really long, meaty sort of boxes. They look quite cool. Right, so don't glue in.
Oh, hey, not necessary.
Don't glue
Water under the bridge. I mean, who comes to a reunion?
the main gun in, so we can wiggle it about and pretend it's movable, and then glue in
Well, yeah, that's like 20 years ago, I mean,
the top.
I don't even remember the name of the guy that came between us.
Jack.
So there we go, and then we do like that. All right. Although, to be honest, there's probably a little bit of glue on there, and it's probably going to stop going meet. Right. So close to being finished. Very impressed with these guys. I know I've said that multiple times, but I'm very impressed with them. It's incredible how Games Workshop have managed to get so much detailing in. These are honestly some of my favorite models that I have, and I have some great models for some loads of different companies, but these have blown me away. I absolutely love them. Is that the right way up? That's the right way up.
She betrayed me. It took me a long time to trust that.
Yeah, they've absolutely blown me away with everything. I will probably, well, I won't probably invest more in this. I definitely will invest more in this. I really hope that we get some Xenos armies. They did say if it sells well, we'll get some Xenos. And I know it's sold out fairly quickly. I think most places it's sold out on the first day. So that's good.
Yes, forgive and forget. It was 20 years ago. Well,
If you haven't picked it up yet, if you're watching this later on the VOD, or if you're watching it right now and you haven't picked it up, I 100% recommend giving it a shot or looking at some YouTube videos to see if it is your sort of thing. And then invest in it. The box set, the main box set, where you get 2 armies. This one here, what I'm putting together right now. So this one, this one here, is definitely worth the cash. £106 I got it from Element Games. That's the cheapest I found it, but Element Games are generally cheaper than other places. You might be able to find it a little bit cheaper. I think GW sell it for 120, so it's not much more than that. But that's me done for today. We've got plenty finished, plenty stuck together. Ogrins are glued together. Little Sentinels are all glued together, and we've got 2 of the tanks stuck together. I'll be doing another live stream probably Thursday, in which we will get the Lehman Russes put together, and we will start putting, well, hopefully we'll also get the Warhound Titans set together as well. The biggest part of this set. I can't wait. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to watch more. And yeah, bye for now. Thank you very much again. Doodles.
I remember my first pizza/skating party.